wouldn't be a very good practice, and I would get really down on myself. And you know, I think the thing that I would probably have to say to motivate you the most is you're going to have a good one, and the good ones are the best ones. You're going to have down times. If you always succeed in practice, then how are you going to always succeed in a meet? You might not. You're going to go to practice, you're going to do the best that you can, and sometimes you might not think that it's the best that you could have done in that practice. But maybe that next night, or maybe the next day, or it might even take a couple of days to get it back. But then that practice is so great that you are inspired again. You know, when you had a down day, you take 2 days off maybe, and you come back and you have a great one. I can tell you an experience with when I went to Olympic trials for Athens, the Athens Olympics. My Olympic trials was pretty bad. I had a really bad experience. And my first race, I didn't even make finals. I was seated first in that event, and I didn't even make the top 8. So I didn't even get to come back in finals. So I was really down on myself, and I actually took a couple of days where I went to practice, I warmed up, I came back, I did normal things. I hung out with my brothers and sisters, I ate dinner with my mom and my dad. I got myself completely away from the sport and said, why am I swimming? Or why are you doing your sport? Because you love it? Because you like to do it? What's the backing of why you're here? Why are you here? Because you love to compete? Because you love your sport? Because that's the main reason. And if you have that in your head and in your mind, you're going to be successful. And it doesn't matter on those down days. The down days make you appreciate how much you do love that sport.
The question was, well, how do you deal with tension, right? And do you mean tension as far as competitive tension? Do you mean in everyday training? What kind of tension are you talking about? To be a little more specific. Everything?
Every day.
Everyday tension. The stress level, is that what you want? Okay. I want to make sure I answer your question. And to deal with tension, I think it's different for everybody. Diana summed it up very nicely. But for me, what I would do is just kind of get in my zone, in my happy place. Find things that make me happy. Is it listening to music? Is it watching a movie? What relaxes me at the end of the day? I stick my feet in some ice buckets, wrap myself in some ice buckets, and watch a movie. And basically, I just try to find a way to relax myself every day so the tension doesn't get so high that one day you're just snapping at everybody and you're so down on yourself and you're so beat up that you don't have anything to encourage you anymore. You have to surround yourself with good people. That's a very key part to success. If you don't already know this, who you hang around with is very, very important to the dedication of your career, because your supporters will want you to succeed. People around you who may not understand, well, why are you in sports? Come hang out with me. You know, that also creates tension because you're creating a distance between your friends. And they have to understand, people that want you to succeed and people that are your loyal supporters that stand by you every day, they're going to understand that you have to make this dedication to your sport. And they're going to be the ones to pick you up when you're discouraged. So surround yourself with great people. People that love you and encourage you on a daily basis. And when that tension comes around, you can rely on them. You can get some music. You can hang out with your other athlete friends. And they understand your schedule. So it's really important to find what works for you. For me, it was music, a movie. Just get my mind off of things. Try to talk to somebody that was close to me, that loved me, that encouraged me. Because you need that foundation of support to be successful. Whether it's in athletics or in academia,